Thanks for watching. I'm here coming at you live from Rostock, Germany. This is another edition of Trumpet War. I'm in my son's room today, so don't think anything bad about it. He's over at his mom's for a few days. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about the massive amount of Republicans and people associated with Donald Trump. Oh, and by the way, I'm Matt Fox, old man from Los Angeles, doing the podcast over here in Germany because of the serious situation that is going on in my country, America. And I would like to welcome each and every one of you who tune in, and thank you for tuning in and your participation. I look forward to discussing the day's events with you and even more things. We have seen that the Trump administration's words in regards to his Iran folly keeps changing. You know what I'm saying? At first, it was that they were going to have an atomic bomb in 2 weeks and this and that. Um, the Trump administration has been lying since day one about everything. I think each and every time that Donald Trump just opens his mouth to say something, he's lying. So let's look at what's happening. Republicans are fixing to lose the House. The Republicans are fixing to lose the Senate. They will be losing the Senate and the House. And yeah, we're going to see how that's going to go for Donald Trump once that occurs. So, Republicans are leaving their positions, they are retiring, they are leaving for health purposes. That's what they're saying. And other personal reasons. They are abandoning their positions because they understand that the association with Donald Trump and being seen as his lapdog and his yes man or yes woman is not a good look. Hey, what's up, Lassa? Thanks for watching, man. Give me a thumbs up. Hello to you, too. Hope you're having a good day wherever you're at. So, but because of their association with Donald Trump, everybody is bailing shit. You know what I'm saying? And I find it very, very laughable that CPAC invited Steve Bannon. Now, Steve Bannon, in case you guys didn't know, Steve Bannon was helping Jeffrey Epstein after Epstein was got his first conviction. What was that, in 2008, 2009? That he was helping Jeffrey Epstein to, you know, re-image himself, to try to help himself be a little bit more likable. You know what I'm saying? Try to explain away his conviction. And this is the guy that CPAC invited to come and speak before the convention. Amazing. Um, so, needless to say, I don't know if any of you saw the attendance figures for CPAC this year. Donald Trump did not attend. I don't even know if he gave a recorded message or whatever. Probably did. But their numbers are way, way down. And from what I saw, there was a lot of people there trying to help them open their eyes to what Donald Trump really is. I mean, look, he started this war with Iran a little more than a month ago, and we've got mission creep like a mother trucker. Okay, so already American service members have lost their lives. Donald Trump does not take this as something so serious. Um, Even using pictures of their dead bodies and coffins as something to use for fundraising, fundraising off the dead bodies of American soldiers. So the secrets of the Epstein files, when it finally comes out, and who knows when what Republicans and Democrats will be named, who knows? But hopefully, those that are exposed will be out of the office because I can't imagine that the American public is willing to just accept that they were just friends, they just knew each other. I think it all needs to come out. Each and every one of them that participated in any kind of pedophilic behavior with Jeffrey Epstein or was involved in helping him to um, to get girls, which is another thing here. I think I'm pretty sure already showed this before, but I'm going to show it to you guys again. This is a document from the Epstein files. It's from the Federal Bureau of Investigation, where it says that Trump was actively recruiting girls. All right, so that's from the FBI, really, and I can't imagine that you can just accept that. So unless you yourself are a pedophile, then I can't see you rooting for the guy. So Donald Trump said one time that he could go on Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and get away with it. So Americans have really allowed Donald Trump to do just too much stuff since he's been in office. He's only been in office a little over a year, and this guy went over there and tore part of the White House down. So now he's talking about tearing down the columns in the front. So I cannot understand how everybody is just allowing this to happen. But, okay, for you guys that don't know, the glasses are because of my allergies. I got allergies. It's allergy season out here. Hey, I'm tell you what. First of all, thanks for watching, and please subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. And like I said, I've got allergies. I am 62 years old, and when I turned 56, I've been in Germany for since 2010. In 2016, I got allergies in my and my eyes are bugged for the first 3 months of the year. Sorry about that. So, or first 3 months from it's like from like March till May, I got allergies. So sorry about the sunglasses. It's really my sign anyway. Hope you don't mind. Pay attention because this stuff is important. So the government shutdown goes on. That, like the mission creep in Iran, will continue on and on and on. So the TSA workers that were not being paid because of this government shutdown, Donald Trump, man, after a month of not being paid, Donald Trump signs an executive order ordering DHS to pay them. Um, yeah. Well, if it was possible to pay the TSA people now, why was it not possible to pay them back then? You know what I'm saying? Guarantee their pay. So, but Donald Trump, like I said, he does not care about Americans and their inconvenience. All right. I was going to look something up. I didn't get a chance to do it yet, but I'm going to be doing that. And that is the average price per gallon of gas in Asia, in Europe. In Europe, I can tell you because I'm here, and I can tell you that the price has gone up almost €1 per liter, not a gallon, per liter. Okay, and in America, it's over $1 a gallon more than it was a month ago. So everybody is feeling the pain. Farmers in America are feeling the pain. All right, and I got a comment from Nan here. What if Jeffrey Epstein got captured by Greenland? Yeah. Okay. Let's keep the comments real. Okay. Stay ridiculous. Say Nicholas. What? Okay. All right, Nicholas. Give me a thumbs up, man. All right. So let's get back to the situation here. So the gas prices are going up all around the world. All right, all around the world, and it's gonna get worse because Iran has already said they want it to be $200 a barrel. They want it to go up to $200 a barrel. So get ready for it because if it goes up to $200 a barrel, then you guys will be paying $10 a gallon in America. All right. So you can thank Donald Trump and Bibi Netanyahu for this illegal war. And it is a total waste of time and effort to do what they did. They were being diplomatic, talking to the Iranians, and then just decided to bomb them, right? If you were okay, so and that's why the Iranians are now saying, you know what? Because you came over here and bombed us when we were having diplomatic talks, killed a bunch of schoolgirls and a lot of other stuff. Now Iran has actually named the naval officers that were on the USS Spruance that shot those Tomahawk missiles and hit that school. They have named these officers, and they, along with Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth, are now legitimate targets for the Iranian government or for any lone wolf attack. So, it's not necessarily a good thing when you just attack a country and in the middle of diplomacy. So, but this information that came out, Donald Trump, just ignored. And when he was asked on the Air Force One about the war in Iran, he made a couple of, yeah, statements that didn't really say anything. And then he switched immediately over to his ballroom and started showing pictures off of his ballroom and how nice it was. And the ballroom is a waste of time. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of money, and is architecturally not what it should be. It is an architectural nightmare, is what it is. And people are calling it out. Everyone in the world already knows he's installing a new bunker underneath the ballroom. And, that's going to be the first thing that Iran is going to be trying to hit when they start tossing missiles and rockets that direction. I can almost guarantee you that the ballroom will be a major target for these people because they know how much of a vanity project this is for Trump. So, yeah, first chance smoking, they're gonna be shooting some rockets and missiles over there. So, in regards to Trump's war, right? The administration officials and those in the know in regards to decisions that Donald Trump is going to be making are using that information to, yeah, make some money. Yeah, make some money. So they're using this insider trading. And I mean, it goes to every level, almost, I don't know how many, but certainly Pete Hegseth probably should have had somebody else make these investments because Pete Hegseth is caught. They will be investigating him. Although the Republicans will probably block that for now and keep him safe, when this is all over and said and done with, he will be going to prison for his actions because he is using the insider trading at every opportunity. Now, so the Gulf allies are pissed. They are pissed. And Volodymyr Zelensky has been over there making agreements with those Gulf nations to help them with their defense against the drones that Iran is sending over there. But still, there's a lot of work to be done. There are ships on fire. There are port facilities in Dubai that were hit. And the Ukrainians are doing what they can to help them to defend themselves against this drone warfare that Iran is using against them because it does not make any sense to go shoot off Patriot missiles and these other defense missiles that they have to fend off against $1,000 drones. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense, and definitely is not cost effective. You know what I'm saying? So, as I said, the Gulf allies are abandoning the U.S. and they're telling the U.S. to either finish the job with Iran and get it done, or they're going to be looking for some other ways because they are being attacked because they house U.S. facilities, because they are allies of the U.S., and therefore they are legitimate targets because they are the U.S. and the Gulf allies are, by Iran's understanding, causing them pain and deaths in their country, and they want reparations. They want money. Iran wants money to pay the victims of all of their bombings and for the rebuilding of the facilities that have already been destroyed by Iran, Israel's missiles, and the U.S. missiles as well. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you guys just tune in, I'm Matt Fox. Glasses are because of allergies, and that's kind of my thing anyway, so I hope it doesn't bother you too much. Thanks for watching. Tune in again tomorrow when I'll have more information, but still, let's go on. The Persian Gulf nations, as I said, they're mad at the U.S. now because they went over there and kicked this hornet's nest, what is Iran, and now the Hormuz Strait is shut down. And although they have agreed to let a few tankers out, they are not happy. They are not happy. And rightfully so. So they are saying to the Americans, the Gulf allies, either finish a job or you guys got to go. And we got a lot of bases over there. And if the U.S. does not do what they say, and let me make this clear, the U.S. and the Trump administration, right, they signed deals with nations like Qatar, the UAE. UAE was even supposed to have some sort of a facility in America to train fighter pilots in F-22s or F-35s. I mean, that's really a first for Americans to have another country to have a base on American soil. So there's still some things in regards to that agreement that are still kind of up for discussion, but still they are still pissed. And the Persian Gulf will be filled with oil now because the Iranians hit a tanker over there in the coast by Iraq. And what, Nicholas? I didn't say Nicholas. So hey, what's up, Jake? Okay. So but still they are going to be super pissed, and the Trump administration, as I said, keeps on changing the mission parameters. And now Donald Trump is trying to figure out a way to back all the way out. And he has changed the goalposts insofar as what the point was of the whole thing. And now he is trying to get him to, yeah, let him make it. He's trying to get him to let him make it. All right. So Iran is, like I said, demanding reparations, and is now considering a toll for ships that want to traverse the Straits of Hormuz. And who knows how much that's going to be. So I don't know how the nations over there can Super Mario Brothers. Okay, well, that doesn't have anything to do with this. So we're going to go ahead and go on. So, like I said, Iran is demanding reparations. They're going to be putting a toll on ships that want to traverse the Hormuz Straits. I don't know how that's going to go down with the other nations. They're probably all pissed about it. But other than going into Iran and taking that part of Iran that sits on the Straits of Hormuz, there's not going to be any way that those nations or the US or Israel is going to be able to protect the Hormuz Straits. So, and this whole war has triggered a financial crisis all over the world. And nations around the world are feeling the brunt of this. Dubai chocolate not making it out the border, not making it out the through the Hormuz Straits. So for everybody wanting some Dubai chocolate, you're going to have to wait for a little while. So besides that, Trump's dementia is kicking in, and people are seeing it. Nah? At an event in Florida for Saudi investors, Trump was going to take some questions, and I shit you not. This guy, just like the other day in the meeting, in the middle of a meeting in the Oval Office with all of his cabinet members sitting there and the press there and everything, this guy goes on a 5 minute rant about Sharpies. A 5 minute rant. Yeah, 4 minutes, 58 seconds, whatever. But still. And so the other day, like I said, before this meeting with these Saudi investors and everything, he's up on stage and he finishes his yammering about different things, and then he says, listen, I got to take a few questions. It's necessary I take a few questions and everything. But with me, you can ask me anything. I mean, I don't screen questions. If you want to ask me about sex, it's not a problem. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, somebody should have asked him who's Bubba. Uh, Somebody should have asked him. I'm hoping that question, some reporter is going to have the balls to ask Trump who was Bubba, if he was circumcised, was it good for him, did he come, and all that other stuff. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But this is the guy that sits in the Oval Office and he says they can ask him any question they want, even about sex. This really? This this is the president of the United States asking something like that? Could you imagine if Obama asked some shit like that? Could you imagine Biden asking some shit like that? I mean, that is fucking mind blowing. Mind blowing. This is some 25th Amendment shit. Okay. No, I did not know that. Say, Jay Milkowski wants everybody to know that Super Mario Brothers is coming out. Switch to. All right, so just so you guys know. Hey, and just so you guys know, if I want to get up to 2 million subscribers, so everybody subscribe. I know, don't laugh. I'm sorry. But really, I want to get up to 2 million subscribers so I can have a freaking commercial about fucking about allergy medication. That's probably going to be my first. If I ever get a sponsor, it's going to be an allergy medication. For real, it's killing me. You know what? You sit there and rub your eyes and rub your eyes. I used to be really good looking back in the game, but my eyes look terrible now from rubbing them so much. Okay, so sorry. Let's get back to the stuff that's going on in the real world. So, if you guys didn't know, is it okay to be here a Muslim? Yeah, of course. Kaisar Ahmad, yeah, it's cool. I don't have anything against anybody. So what the Trump administration is doing in Iran is causing some serious pain all around the world. You know what I'm saying? All around the world. Each and every one of you ought to just go on Google and look and see, do a little research. How much has the price of gas changed in the last month? Do you hate me? No, I do not. I do not hate you. Okay. So Kaiser Aman. Hey, subscribe. You'll see that I don't hate you. Subscribe. Give me a like also. So everybody, do your research. Do a little research. put on the computer what the average price of gas was a month ago in different countries around the world. Let's say Australia. Let's say like Asia. Let's say like Canada. I'm telling you, the price of gas is going to skyrocket very soon because the Iranians want reparations, and they're not going to take no for an answer. And so now, as I said, the Iranians are demanding a toll from countries that want to send some ships through the Hormuz Straits, and yeah, they're pissed. They're pissed. They even went out and named the two officers that shot those Tomahawk missiles over there, and those guys and their families are probably in super danger right now, I would say. So let's look at some other stuff that's super stupid. Um, Erica Kirk, right? Now, Erica Kirk, her husband Charlie Kirk, was a serious racist dude. He didn't deserve to be killed, uh, but I mean, he said a lot of things that pissed people off, right? So when he was killed, his wife Erica went on stage and very dramatically forgave the killer of her husband. Well, it's not been lost on most people how over the top Erica Kirk is most of the time. And the way she is doing things behind closed doors in regards to her relationships and her podcasts and everything else. I mean, it's pretty unfeeling when her husband got killed for the things he was doing back then. But I'll tell you what, one thing that Charlie Kirk did say is he was not down for attacking Iran with Israel. That was something that he talked about. And he was against that. And now Eric Kirk is being clowned by a comedian by the name of Drewski. You guys look him up. I swear to God, it's totally hilarious because the dude hit it straight on. This chick has gone over the top with her behavior. She is being shown as a very unfeeling and not like a real person, not genuine, right? And so now she's pissed, and now she's trying to sue Drewski because he made his videos. Um, Whitechapel, that's in North Carolina, I think. Kaiser Ahmad, yeah, from Whitechapel. Yeah, hey, wherever you're at, I'm cool. I don't have a problem. You could be my neighbor. I don't care. I'm in Rostock, Germany, by the way. So, nevertheless, so Erica Kirk was totally offended by this Drewski bit, and she's trying to sue him or is trying to get him to take down the videos that he made. Hey, each and every one of you, go and watch that video. I mean, it's so funny, so funny. So but Donald Trump has been making a clown of himself for a while. He can't even put his makeup on right? Or whoever's doing it is doing it on purpose because he looks like a clown. And he is also such a baby. If you do not let Donald Trump use your music, he wants to pitch a fit. And now he's trying to threaten the Rolling Stones with not being able to come to America. They are laughing. They are laughing. Now these old guys, they've been around for seems like 100 years, man. But those guys, they'll be coming. They'll be coming to America, but they'll probably wait till Trump is gone because I would too. He's certainly somebody that I wouldn't want to uh, have him using ICE or anybody else at their concerts or anything like that just to be an ass. And that he would do that. He would do something like that. But Melania tried to use the Stones music in her uh, documentary. Did anybody see it? Did anybody see the Melania documentary? Anybody? Anybody see it? Okay. If anybody saw the Melania documentary, I'm interested to hear what your take was on it. I could probably watch it. It's on Netflix, but yeah, I'm not interested. So, but besides that, because of this disagreement with the Rolling Stones, Trump is pissed and he's whining, 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 and he's mad because they don't want to let him use their music. What a baby. He is such a sore loser and such a decrepit old man. Cankles McTaco tits, as the girls from IHIP say, wants Zelensky to halt attacks on Russian oil facilities, because now Trump has made it possible for Russia to sell some oil. He allowed the Russians to send a tanker into Cuba, thereby getting some money. And yeah, so who is it that is America's allies? Is it the European nations or Russia? Because I'm finding it hard to understand why it is that when every time Trump sees Putin, he throws out a red carpet, shaking his hands, clapping and shit. But when they get Zelensky over there in the Oval Office, they treat him like shit and yell at him and tell him that he doesn't have the cards. You know, if if Zelensky and Trump were just two normal people and they were sitting in a room and Trump tried to sell this stuff to Zelensky just as a normal person, not as the president, just as a normal person, and he said some shit like that to Zelensky, I bet Zelensky would slap the shit out of him. And I bet you there was a lot of people around the world that when they treated Zelensky like that in the Oval Office, that they really wanted to slap the shit out of Trump and J.D. Vance, Popo J.D. Vance. His numbers are going down like the stock market. Yep. Like the U.S. Treasury yields are going up. Everybody's losing money. Everybody who thought that they were going to be making some money because they were backing Trump is now finding out they're actually going to be losing some money. All those 401ks that were all going up, 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 up are now going down, 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 down. And for all of the MAGA independents that are out there and they're kind of on one side or the other are now reassessing their association with Trump, much like the Gulf nations that are thinking, hey, you know what? Maybe we need to go ahead and throw them out of the Gulf and let us do the diplomatic stuff with Iran. But Saudi Arabia and the others are telling the U.S. either finish the job or you guys got to go. Yeah, that's what they're saying. So I foresee Trump doing some stupid stuff because that's what he does. And he doesn't care about the lives that are lost in this war. I mean, that's, and for him, it's like not important. What's important for him is for him maintaining his position so where he can use the government to influence the markets so his friends can make money, and for the Epstein files not to be in the news. And so if the Epstein files are not in the news, that's for him a 100% good thing. He does not care about the Epstein survivors, and he is trying to protect each and every pedophile in the U.S. government that he knows because he has all of the information. They got everything. When Epstein was killed in prison, and I say killed because I do not think that Epstein killed himself in a cell where there's no way to actually hang himself. There's no way. So that's going to come out too. It's all going to come out. They say the truth comes out always. So Donald Trump, Hegseth, Rubio, all of them will be impeached as soon as the Democrats are in control of the House and Senate. It's over with. And for each and every senator, Republican senator, and you know what? I'm talking to you guys as a Republican, okay? I'm a Republican, red. Okay? So I've been voting Republican since I was 18 years old. But I will not vote for MAGA. I have Republican values, but I do not vote the party line. I vote the person. I check the people. I check to see what their background is and how they came up and what individuals or groups are funding them. That's how I make my decisions. Because I don't want to have an ass telling me how to live my life or telling my wife how to control her body. You know what I'm saying? How she should use her body. Um, a poll. The other day, Trump made a call into Fox News, and it was so funny. This is just another example of his dementia. Now he called into the Fox news show, and they're all the moderators are there, and this one asked him a question in regards to the Iran war, and instead of answering her question, this guy goes off and starts talking about how if she remembers the lunch that they had over at Trump Tower and this and that, like years ago and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm certain he was freaking drooling on her back then. And apparently he's still drooling on her because he went on to tell the woman how beautiful that she was, even through all of these years and stuff. I mean, totally embarrassing. Totally, totally embarrassing. Who knows what more he would have said had they not cut him off. So, to the association with Donald Trump, people are seeing not just politicians, but groups around the world. Now, I told you I'm in Rostock, Germany, right? I've been here since 2010. I got a kid here. I have a German wife and everything. I'm happily married. So, but Donald Trump was inserting himself into the German politics scene over here. And over here they have a group. They call themselves the Alternative for Germany. Now, this is a right-leaning group, and they most of the time lean towards Vladimir Putin rather than, you know what I'm saying, than the Ukrainians. And they're a little extreme insofar as they're thinking about how things should be done here in Germany. Certainly a racist group, and definitely not someone that we want in power in Germany. I think Germany says, hey, we've already been through that shit. We're okay. So even this group is trying to tell Trump and the Americans, you guys need to go home. All those bases that are in Germany, they're saying you need to pack your shit and go. This is the group that Donald Trump has been trying to help prop up. And they're pissed. They're pissed. And so the AFD, is saying that the Americans need to go ahead and take their troops and their bases and get the hell out of Germany. That is how bad it is. So on the other side, Hungary. There is an election coming up, and Viktor Orban, the authoritarian leader right now, is facing re-election. And he has been trying, but the opposition is pretty strong against him. And unless he pulls a dictator move, he's certainly going to lose. But he has also been somebody that the Trump administration has been trying to kind of prop up. J.D. Vance went for a visit. Marco Rubio went for a visit. Yeah, trying to help him get some support. Well, guess what? It backfired. It backfired. Orban's losing followers, and it's not looking good for him. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this pretty soon because I got to go in the kitchen and make dinner for my wife. But I would like to just point out some things. It's a really stiff reality to look at the people that are involved with Donald Trump. That includes everybody in his cabinet. And that includes most of the people that try to suck up to him for whatever reason because they think they can utilize him to grift some sort of money from the people around the world. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. But I would just like to point out that Kristi Noem, the leader of the Shield of Americas now, and Pam Bondi, and even others like Lauren Boebert, you know what I'm saying, and Nancy Mace, and some of these others, it seems like they go out of their way to get like super primped up. Carolyn Levitt as well, you know what I'm saying, all there with the lip fillers and everything else. I mean, it just seems like everybody's trying to go on camera and look good for the camera to make that Instagram post, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So, I mean, social media is having a very big impact on how people are seeing these people. And when they see them and they look all refined and polished, then they think, oh, well, she looks popular. She looks probably successful. She's probably pretty good because she looks good. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter what people look like, right? Jesus didn't walk around in a three-piece suit. Yeah? Jesus didn't walk around, even though he could have, walk around in gold robes and everything, but Jesus walked around and he helped the lowest of the low. He helped lift people up and help them to understand that it is love that wins and love that makes a difference. So when Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth are going over in Iran and blowing up school children in the name of, whatever, it's not for real. They're lying to you. They're lying to the nation. They're lying to themselves, all in the spirit of earning an extra dollar. And that's why Pete Hegseth will be facing the Congress once the Democrats are in control. And it's only going to be like one or two more seats. And that might even happen before the election in November. If one or two more Republicans die over there, it's over with. then the Democrats are in control, and they will be impeaching Donald Trump. And for every Republican who continues to back this pedophile that sits in the Oval Office, when the truth comes out, each and every one of them that backed Donald Trump and that bullshit is going to know they made the wrong decision and they need to get the hell out the way. And the public is not going to forget it. They will never forget it. So, all right. So that's it for today. I'm done for today. Oh, Grandy's garden. Hey, Libby's just crying. Yeah, well, okay. If you're behind Trump, then more power to you. I hope that you're protecting your daughters wherever they are. Tell your daughters it's a good thing to hang out with Donald Trump, all right? because I don't think anybody else would allow it. So, nevertheless, yeah. All right, you guys. This is Matt Fox. I'm in Rostock, Germany, and this is another edition of Trumpet War. I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. And like I said, wherever you're at, I hope you're safe. I hope you can stay strong. And last but not least, just something that I let everybody know each and every day. If you have family, let them know that you love them, because you never know when the day is going to be your last, right? So, wherever you're at, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.